Okay, welcome back everybody to Coffee and Art in the Morning. I'm Dee Dee, and this is a continuation of a flip through of all my mixed media collage altered book uh, pro- collection of stuff I've done. So I ran out of time before I could get to my 5 abandoned places. And so I'm going to, I don't know which one, I should start in this one because this was my original. And I just got Abandoned Castles. I've only done one in it. But I'm going to go ahead and let's get the light to not glare. There we go. I'm going to flip through these for the next few, however long it takes me to flip through these, my abandoned books, or my altered books, which are all abandoned books. Let's see if I can get that right. Yeah, I know. I bet you are, Karen. Especially, 'cause for some reason I thought she was younger. I thought your daughter was younger doing it. Sorry, we cheer moms here, getting off on. Okay, so I'm gonna do a flip of all my abandoned books that are my altered books. Now I do have one other book that is reverse collaged that I worked in for a while, but I started this one before I started uploading to YouTube. So this book is probably, I don't know how old it is. It's at least 6 years old. And it's doing the reverse collage. I'm not going to flip through the whole thing. I just want to show you a little bit where you black out, white out, color out, doesn't matter, whatever, you're getting rid of the background. There's a blue one. And you reverse collage. That's what I call it anyway. And I'm going to try to find my one favorite one. I was going to do, and that is, because I just did a flip through this not too long ago. I like this one, my time traveler going down the yellow brick road. But where is he? What did I do with you? Where are you? Where are you, handsome man? He's in here somewhere. There he is. My Sean Connery in the fountain. So anyway, yeah, so we put Sean in the fountain there. But so this book right here, and I did just do a, kind of a textury, kind of collagey cover. But this book is and I might have even covered up yeah, I did. Maybe it's in the back. It's the sky cityscapes. I think that's what it's called, cityscapes. And the reason I bought it is because of the size. This book was like 8 by 15. So I bought this one to alter because of the size of it. I just like the tallness of it, and So anyway, this one is. I started on a UStream, many years ago, many moons ago, and so I started working and doing my collage. If you missed or the video right before this one, hopefully they upload without any issues. I did a flip through all my altered, sorry, all my mixed media collage, like Dilution journals, art journals, magazine journals, everything that I did mixed media and collage in, at least some samples of them, desk journals, mini journals, comp books, and all that. Ran out of time before we could show all my abandoned places. So people always are asking me about the different collage and different ways to do it and how to start. And I do have lots of questions here that I will eventually get to all these. But if you're going to start on collage for the first time, I would recommend is finding a book that you can alter because you're not starting with a blank page. I don't mind starting with a blank page because I'll throw everything in the kitchen sink in an art journal and turn it into something. But that's harder for some people to start. Once you've done a few hundred of them, then it's not so hard. So I'm going to do a flip through all my Abandoned Places books. And I think I might have the names of everybody that sent them to me. Suze, Connie, Eileen have sent me the different ones. I think I've gone through 3 of these, though, cutting them up. Then, of course, I have one that I haven't cut up. So I'm going to just do a flip through them. And again, I do not feel compelled to finish a page completely and then go to the next page. Some people have to do that. It bothers them to skip around. It bothers them to not finish a page. It doesn't me. I feel more, I just feel more free and creative and inspired if I can just go from anywhere in the book that I want to. That being said, we're gonna roll. We're gonna roll through these books, and if they're done, I'll tell you. If I varnish them, then they are for sure done. And I do show that I use the Delta Ceram Coat Gloss Exterior Interior Varnish, which apparently is getting harder to find. I still can get it at Hobby Lobby, but I don't know. You might have to end up getting it on Amazon, or I might have to change brands. But what I like about this is you brush it on with the foam. I put a dot of it in the center. I'll spritz it once with water out of my, spritzer, spray it once. And I use a foam brush, not a brush, because that'll leave brush marks. Use a foam brush to put it on, set it aside, and leave it overnight. And I've never had a page stick with that varnish. So anyway, yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and just start flipping. You can see where I've added paint. Some are done, some are not. They're all in different stages. So I do try to go through, in one of the other books that I'm going to get to in a minute, I'm almost completely through the whole book of blacking out or coloring out the text. Yes, chat's working. I see you, Dot. Let me say, I see you. And so I don't feel any compulsion to completely finish a page. I might just glue on a flower, blend in some paint, and move on. So, and continuously work on them, because that's fun for me. I like to just move all around. This one's pretty much done. I'm thinking about a little bit more on the bottom here. It's not varnished, so if it's not varnished, I'm still good to go. I did some planet explosions going on here. That's all collage and paint, pencil. I just do it with pencil on, because the black paint, the acrylic paint takes Prismacolor pencil just fine. You're welcome, Dot. Painted out some of the edges. This one had 4 separate pictures, and those are a little trickier because, you either have to make an underworld, overworld, which is what I did here, and try to tie in 4 separate pictures. You could make them rooms, you could make them worlds, you could just get rid of one if you didn't know what to do with that, just paint it into the mountains. It's your world. You can do what you want. You're the boss of your world. This is all paint here. Different little bits painted. I painted out the text. I'm going to try to kind of go quick because I want to get through all 5 books. This is still in progress. She's a collage element. Painted in the star. This is paint down here. So this has nothing done. Okay. Did the wisp, paint here, paint there. Marble, turn the marble into like a satellite. There's a video on this. This one's done. There's a video on this one. There's not a video on this one. I did this one just on my own one day, but it's one of my favorite pages. This is all paint and pencil. Paint and pencil. paint and like little holograms there. Like a little mini holodecks. So if there are any questions, just ask. This one's done. There's a video for this. And there's a video for this. I have this one, request. That's a request page here. This one's done. You like the stairs? Yeah, I do too. I like it. It's kind of haunty looking button. Yeah. This is just glued on. This didn't have. This was out of another one of the abandoned calendar or something else. That's just glued on over the text. This is done up here. Some of the windows I've blacked out there. This one's done. All pencil and paint and the stars, and then just filled in all these arches. In progress. This one's in progress. Did this on a stream one day, just showing how to do some water, I think. Rocks and water. And that one, I mean, I'm saying this one's done. I really didn't have to do much to this. Added the marble. The clock was already here buried in the sand of this building. I added the hands and some sky. Painted in the sky there. And this is all what it was. So they don't all have to be that complicated. This one's done. This was a recent one within the last month or so. There's a video on this, and it's one of the few that I add a person to. And she's kind of like my Asian princess magician lady. She has a wand that's a feather. And there's a little bridge going across from her world to the galaxy right there. Can you see the little bridge? This is all painted in right here. Painted in. I really like this one. I don't know how you make the spacing like along there. Yeah, well, that I want them to look like they belong there. Here's a double planet over here. So, I'm not sure if there's a video for this one or not. In progress. Glued that all on there. This was not here. This is added on. Staircase. That's all glued on. Have to make a world out of that. Just glue some grass on there. And I picked this because it matched the yellow of the Ferris wheel. So that's why I picked that. In progress. Glued that little bit right there on. There's going to be a desk here. And they're going to be contemplating this portal. In progress. I did do a video with the red-eyed. Okay, I couldn't remember. I try to do, and this one's varnished. I try to do as many on camera as I can. Although, like over the weekend, when I was catching up on something, what was I catching? I don't even remember what I was catching up on. But anyway, I did do some blacking out in one of the other books. I wanted to finish. I'm trying to get one completely blacked out. I say blacked out. It can be any color. It's just, you know, no text, you know, nothing like that showing. This one I did in 2016. This is one of the first ones I did in this book, if I'm not mistaken. You're welcome, Kay Moore. Thanks for sharing the cheer moment. Cheer moment, Karen. Added this world, added the watch here, added these worlds, and painted this water right here. This was not here. This was just all this, and I painted all that, added stars and waves, and all this. So, I think there's a video for this. So I want to kind of hurry. I don't want to hurry, but I do want to get through all these books. So I'm just going to keep flipping just so you can see how far the progress has come so far. A couple of the books don't have a lot done in them. So there's a video for this one. And I just love, oh, this is probably the last one we did. This is the most recent one, I think. I love these, I love abandoned books. And one of the, was it Kieran? No, let me see. Who's the one that did Castles? Yeah, Kieran Connolly. I think that's how you pronounce it. He followed me on Twitter and said he liked my pictures. So, yeah, I was really, I told him thank you. And he has another one coming out I think this year, or the beginning of next year. He has another abandoned book coming out. So, I told him I like taking his abandoned worlds and making them have life again. Bringing life back to the abandoned worlds. So added some stuff here. This one's in progress. That's all paint right there. There's a little bit of blue from the background, but the rest, this is all painted in. Just acrylic craft paint. Added some of this down here, blended in a little bit of this. I like the little people, but I'll probably have some kind of a watch part up here and have the watch hands like go through the clouds, jutting in and out of the clouds. So yeah, maybe have a little door down here like they're heading over that way. See, I've already got the story in my head. This one I didn't like. I had an idea with these feathers. Didn't like what it did. But you don't like every page. That's okay. Added this door, this watch. Thought 2001: A Space Odyssey. Added this so far. Nothing here. Paint here. Yeah, he did. This one is one, I like this one with my tiger, the abandoned railroad tunnel, space back there. Got me a fish coming into this world, lily pads, my tiger, in progress. So, got me a deer going on there. Sorry for the weed whackers in the yard blowing stuff going on out there. Some wax paper for the next time. So that one is Abandoned Places, Kieran Connolly. And this was my first one to work in. Then from there, I don't remember which one I got next. I think this one. And then I think it was Forgotten Heritage. Eileen sent me this one. This one's got, I think, the most done in it. These two don't have that much in them yet. I mean, it takes time to do these, as you can well imagine. Here's some koi fish I want to use in one of the pieces. So this one is Abandoned America, The Age of Consequence. This one's Matthew Christopher. Okay, so I'm going to flip through. Just chill a minute. See how I haven't whited out or colored out all the background yet? Let's see, let's zoom in one. I've got a purple sky on here done. This one's in progress. But you know, I got to get rid of all the text. And so this one is just, I'll go through and sometimes I might want to just add a little bit of something something and then just keep working. Here's where I've just started, you know, getting rid of text. I'm trying to prop this up just a little because of the glare on the shiny paper. I'd love to see how you take the 4 different picks and make them all 50. I did have one of those, Orla, in this book, in the one I just showed. I can't go try to find it right now, but I did show one where I took the 4 pictures. Yeah. Did the little bit of light coming in there. This one. Yeah, I just talked about that one. I guess you didn't hear or you weren't in yet, Orla. Yeah, I talked about how to address 4 pictures. This one I wanted to also show you could put quotes. You could write, you could journal. It doesn't have to just be completed pages if you don't want. I love me some Francis Bacon quotes. Beauty itself is but the sensible image of the infinite. And I was practicing my brush lettering with the brush lettering pen. So I put that on there. See, I started getting as many pages as I can get rid of all the white pages and all the text. But it takes time to do that. You know, it takes time just to go through, paint out the white and the borders or anything like that, paint it out and then hit it with the heat gun because you want to make sure it's dry. If you close this and it's still damp, then you're going to stick your pages together. So continuously flip. Somebody messaged me or mentioned, is it a comment? Maybe it's a comment on YouTube. They said that the books, the abandoned places, is sold out at Barnes and Noble and at Amazon. So here's one I'm working on. That's paint. So, you know, everybody's buying them because we're working in them. Here's a little, you know, when you go to warp speed. Yeah, we're going to warp speed right there. So I got a little bit here going on. And this will continue on. It'll connect here. Stars, planets, moons, mist. I can do all kinds of things in here to connect these two. And you can connect them with color too. There's a video for this double page spread. I think this was the first or second one I did in this book. And there's a lot going on this page. A lot going on here. This one. Painting out some. This one worked on this one. Painted out the ceiling. Put some stars reflected in the floor. This is the one with the lily pad, koi pond. Okay, so I've got a couple right here, just kind of stuck. I'm going to turn this right here into a koi pond with these koi fish. This will all be a koi, and then water will come right over the top of them, maybe splashing up. or dripping down. So you got to do the sound effect. See, the water will go do like this. Okay, I think there's a video for this one. Just did a little ray coming out of this graffiti. This one, I can't wait. This is going to be an awesome waterfall. You haven't been able to put paint on yours yet? You're just petting it? Arla. I'm just petting it. I hear you, girl. You're going to have to do it eventually. You might as well just suck it up and then do a page. Gluing pictures on yours. Yeah. And we talked about that earlier. If you're not, if you have some elements you think you might want to just, tack it down with the glue stick. Don't glue it down. Just put a little bit of glue, just tack it down for a moment so that you can peel it back up when you're ready, But then that way you can feel like you're getting some stuff put down. I think this one right here needs a water coming out. Like this could be water coming out here, going over the rocks. Stars, maybe, I don't know. So here's where I showed how you can just doodle on a page. This is just with a red Posca. All the red here is just with a Posca pen. I left one open there just so you can see. You can just color in and play with the Posca pen. Because Posca will go over these shiny pages without being matte mediumed. Your pencil's not going to go over this without being painted. Pencil is not going to, you can't pencil on the shiny paper. You got to use your matte medium and your paint. So, again, just got a lot of backgrounds painted out. Backgrounds painted out. Painted this out to match that. Well, if you just can't do it, then just keep the book. Or, I'd recommend, if you're so scared that you're going to mess up, then buy two. Use one to, one to paint in and one to keep, because you're afraid. Because you be a fearing. We did this one, I think, we did this one at Christmas. Yeah, those are little Christmas balls, little ornaments. A couple of broken ones. They're peeking out. Look, they're peeking out of the door. This one got broke, see? Christmas ornaments all hanging from the ceiling there. We did that one, I think, at Christmas. This is the last one we did. We did this one like 2 weeks ago. This, I haven't done this. I just put some here. I'm going to eventually tie that in. But this is the side we worked on. We did that one. Haven't varnished it yet, but we worked on that one. Okay, playing a little bit on this one. This isn't some kind of a factory, but it looks like rocket boosters to me. So that's what I'm going to turn them into. Maybe have, rocket boosters. And I think that's all in here. And this one's from Connie. So that's where I got the Abandoned America. Okay. Then Abandoned Deserted Theme Parks. And this was Seth Lawless. Seth Lawless is the one that photographed, I guess, photographed abandoned theme parks. I don't have a lot in this one. I'm going to kind of flip this way because I have a very minimal amount done in here. So I'm looking forward to doing more in it, but you know, I can do so many at a time. And I have done flips of all these individually. There are flips of these books as I got them, or as I work in them, I do flips. But I just wanted to kind of do a whole, all the books together, just so y'all can kind of see what's in them and all that. This one's very dark, very it's like, there's like rainy day photographs, And I do like the information in this one because it's interesting to see how old the parks are, how long they were open, and all that. But anytime there's anything like this, I'm wanting to mist that baby. Either matte medium or plain, the Posca. The Posca will go over the matte medium, but the Posca will go over the shiny too. But pencil, you can't take a color pencil. Color pencil, I mean, you can make a little bit of a mark, but you can't, and then it'll just rub off. Because the shiny paper, you got to matte medium it to work any pencil into it. I mean, I just wipe that off with my finger. But Posca is acrylic paint in a pen, And they come in lots of colors. And, oh, look, that matches. Maybe we need to, Okay, I added this water on this water slide. I added all that water on the water slide. I don't know where we're going with it. And see, I've started blacking out areas. That's all paint there. But I haven't done a lot of like full-on pages. Did this. Put that in that old sign there. But they're just so fun. And I've told you all this before. If you do an altered book, it doesn't have to be an abandoned place book. There's something. Okay, it's stuck up at the top. I got some matte medium up at the top right there, or some paint. Something. That's why you got to put something between your pages when you work on them, because you'll glue them together. Pick a book that's appealing. The topic is appealing to you. Animals, gardening, architecture, whatever, coffee table book that you like. Okay, this one, we did a video on this one's done. It's our feather highway there in the sky. There's a video for this. Added some water here and a little bit of starness going on. Got some gluing on going down here. Paint. All the black is paint. Hey, Suze, welcome back. Oh, I was afraid this wasn't dry when we did that the other day. Don't want to glue anything together. But I mean, like these roller coasters, perfect for water. Oh, just so many things you could do. Just put some pink on this one day. Black. All the rides and everything. Things can hang down. Things can flow. It's just, water. Started blacking out the background there. Lots of roller coasters. Look at that. Ugh. So much goodness. Okay, so that is abandoned, hauntingly beautiful, deserted theme parks. Seth Lawless. So that's that one. Okay, two more. I'm going to do the Abandoned Castle. This is my newest one, but this one's got the most in it, so I'm going to save that one for last. So in Abandoned Castle, Sharon L. sent me this. She fessed up. I think I told y'all that. When I got the book, I had no idea who sent it to me. And Sharon L. messaged me and said she watched the video and she's fessed up and she said she's the one that sent it. I think I've only done one page in here and maybe a couple of some blacking out some things. You got Lost Cities. Can't wait to dig it. Yeah, and there's abandoned wrecks. There's abandoned like military bases or something like that. Weapons? I don't remember. I saw a couple other ones at Barnes Barnes and Noble. Okay, played with this one a little bit. There's no video for this. I'm just playing with it. I'm going to make this some kind of an organic, like shoehorse crab jellyfish thing in space. So I'm just kind of playing with this one right now. There's not a video. I just kind of messed with it. So there's not a lot done in this book because I just got it. It's my newest one. We did do one double page spread. And so I'm going to flip through it pretty quick. Oh, and by the way, this one is by Kieran Connolly. And the one that he commented on Twitter is in this book. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Kieran Connolly. See, look, that's already there for me. It's like I could have painted that right there. It's so much fun. And he has another one coming out. I can tell y'all, if you just give me a second, I'll look it up. I'm looking forward to doing this right here. Let me see if I can find him real quick. Let me go to my profile, my media. Let me look for that picture and then look at the comments. It's not that far back. Here it is. Where's the comments? I need to see the comments. Or maybe it was on the actual book. Hang on, guys, I'm looking. Because I want to tell y'all the name of his new book. I'm not finding it. Let me do a search of him. Because he commented on it and I said something back to, there he is. He's in UK. See, I can't scroll back for that. It's like a couple weeks ago. I was hoping I would just see the name of his book somewhere here. His new one. He's got another one. Oh, here it is. Abandoned Civilizations. Coming out this summer. Abandoned Civilizations. So if y'all want to follow him on Twitter. Oh, another awesome one to do. Well, they're all awesome. Oh, you got your cats running around. I was going to let mine in a minute, Suze, if they're hanging around outside the door. I just couldn't do it while I was showing all these books. They'd be like laying right here, you know. They're getting so big. They're watching a chipmunk. Oh, they're watching a chipmunk outside the door this morning. It looks so cute just sitting there. Isn't this awesome, guys? Don't you just love these books? But if you don't like it, some people get freaked out by abandoned places. I don't know. I'm not one of those. Now that looks like a little person there. I can see a bunch of little people up there. Here's the one. This is the one I posted on Twitter that he liked. Hey, Kia. Anybody else popping in? Aw, yeah, you'll think of just the right thing. Mine were already named by Denise and Cam and Boo, so I just left their names. So this is the one that I did in the book, the completed page. This is cut out from I think Abandoned Places. I cut that out of Abandoned Places and glued it on here. And then the castle was up here on the hill, and I just blacked it all out and made it bigger. So like I made a bigger castle, like it's all along the top of that cliff. So yeah, so this is the only page that I have really completed in here. So this is a good one to get, guys. If you can't find Abandoned Places, this is a good one to get. Abandoned Castles. So I know somebody said they couldn't find Abandoned Places. It was sold out at Barnes & Noble and sold out on Amazon. That's because we're all buying them. I'm telling y'all. It's because all of us are buying them. Look, oh, I just want to stop everything and paint right now. But I gotta go make meatloaf. Hubster better not be making it. He wanted to. Okay, so that is Abandoned Castles. And the last one, he just has to go in and out that garage while I'm streaming, doesn't he? Can't go out the front door. Okay, so Forgotten Heritage, Matthew Emmett, and Eileen sent me this one. And I have a lot started and pages worked on. This, I mean, I have more whited out, and I use that term whited out because most of them are black. But I have most of this one is probably the furthest I've got in any of the overall book. So I'll just kind of flip here. Do I need to? I don't know. It looks a little not the right color, but I try. I'm trying. It's a little better. It doesn't bother you? Yeah, it doesn't bother you, but yeah, I know. It does bother some people. Trust me. Trust me, I will hear about it. What's that noise going on in the background? It's annoying. It's disturbing. I'm triggered. I'm telling you, people. You don't know. Okay. So I'm just doing a kind of a, I just played around with some distressing, on some of the pages. I might do some altering. I don't know yet. But I'm just kind of playing with some different things, And then here's some light coming down. Paint. This is all paint. I'm trying to get the light to be correct, or that's a little better. Because these are dark pages. All right. I did glue a bird there. Remember last time I said, oh, it needs a bird right there. Well, I did glue a bird there. And then all the rain, this is just put in there with Posca, or I think a Posca, and then paint. So these pages have a lot painted out. Almost every one's going to have something on it. I died. Almost every page has some kind of paint on these. And it's going to look dark because a lot of the pages are black. I probably need to prop this side up because of the glare. There we go. See, I've just got black paint on there ready to go. some I thought, you know, let me try to thin the paint out. Let's make it look like a wood grain. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I did a few pages like this with watered down black paint to make it look like wood grain or something. These I just painted the little candles there and a little bit of mist. A little bit there. Painted that. And then I said, I'm going to try to use some of my cutouts. I don't know where this is going, and if I don't like it, I'll just kind of like force it into the background. But there's a few places where I use some of my die cuts. I just stuck them on there, and again, if it doesn't work out, I'll just paint over it. But I wanted to try to use some of my die cuts like I did the bird in the first one up there. So you can see I've got things going on here. This one's done. I think there's a video on this one. These were oil tankers, and I turned them into UFOs over Mount Fuji. Painted out green. And I can tell that I got some at the top up there. I wasn't careful. Got a little bit of stickage at the top. So all this is like painted out. Working on this one. Swirls. This one, working on it. And do a checkerboard floor. I'm just doing it one checkerboard at a time. Might put some chess pieces on that. That would actually be kind of cool. A couple of big chess pieces, you know, and have the mist swirling around the chess pieces. Yeah, I'm here. I smell what I'm stepping in. This is a big piece of jewelry. More things going on here. This one I put, this was a broken out panes of glass, and the building is here and here and there. The rest is all pieced in, paper pieced in, pieces of Japanese worlds in the window panes. Big piece of jewelry. Lots of starts of getting them blacked out. Added this, added that. We did this on a string. See, I just tacked this in here. I think this bee needs to be in this page because there's a big flower. It has to have a bee. So I just put it in there with a post-it note to hold it in here because I want this bee in this book somewhere. Again, these are some of my cameo cutouts. The little butterflies around the flower. Now, whether I paint them in pink or I don't know, but I did go ahead and glue them down. I glued the flower in there. Glued a bird in here. This is paint. These little butterflies, and there's a little bit of this fuchsia color in this punch out that I put. So I painted this fuchsia. Don't know where it's going yet. So I don't have to know. I don't have to know what I'm going to do. I wanted fuchsia to tie that fuchsia in, and I might make the building here striped blue here because that's what's in that little piece. And I might make this, I don't know. So this is some paint. I painted out these propellers into this page. It just ended here, so I painted those in. The old library is a good place for these. They get rid of coffee tables. Yeah, I just went to a library sale a couple weeks ago. I showed y'all what I got. Library sales, you can get, and I think our library sales are, I think hardbacks are like, is it $1.50, $2? Paperback, you know, it's really inexpensive. Glued in. I like these little these were some, I think the centers of something else. The centers of some flowers or something. But they were sitting on my table, and I think I was happened to be on this page, and there were three of them, and there were three of these. And I put these right here. I'm going to turn those into something. Antennas. I'll probably have these be like old-timey rabbit ears. So it just went. Just, you know, big piece of jewelry. All these little watches. I glued in all these watch halves all over the room there. That bee is great. Yeah, it is. Oh, you're welcome, Diana. Thanks for coming in. Glue that. I'm almost done here, guys. This is the last book. I'm pretty sure Janet will stream at 1. I haven't heard otherwise. I'm about done. It's a couple minutes till 1. I've got to go make meatloaf before I can get over to Janet's, though. So, but y'all head over to Monkey Island Madness. Oh, and then these. These are some feathers I cut out, and these were the negative space. But I thought, look, the negative space needs to, I don't know. I'm not sure yet, but I'm liking the idea of this right here. So I just stuck them in the book. Another piece of jewelry. Some more misting. So you can see I still have to paint out the borders of these. This one's like, I want that town to come into this. Okay, edge, paint. See, this is where I got paint on the edge and didn't let it dry. I'll just cover it up with black paint, but you got to be careful if you don't put wax paper between. A little bit of mist coming in here. Here. That's a cutout. Working on this one. Mount Fuji again. So I hope y'all have enjoyed going through all my journals, my art journals, my mixed media, my collage. So you can see I've got things glued, started, got them glued on, and they're going to be connected. Painting out the borders. Put this jewel here and this fractal. I picked this fractal because it matched the colors. So this is all tied in by color. I just love this geodome thing here and the fractals together. Oh, I'm just going to take a moment and pet this. I'm going to pet this. Same for this. I glued this in. This is a glue in from a fractal, and it matched this. Uh-oh, little stickage on the top up there. See where I didn't let the paint dry at the very top? Yeah. This is another piece of a fractal, and I painted it into an arch. That's an added piece. That's an added piece. Okay, this is another experiment that I was doing with distressing. That's a fractal that I added. This is an old photograph out of a book on, I don't remember, but anyway, he was in it. So I put him here, and then I did the same kind of thing with a girl on another page. Fractals, paint. I think it's in this one. Well, it has to be because this is the last book. So thanks everybody for hanging out, and it's on my it's my Ustream YouTube bucket list. Here's my bucket list of requests, and going through all these journals was one of them. You like the flips? Here's where I just doodled. Just did some Posca paint pen doodles. Again, this is all glued in, tied it in with the colors. Glued in, glued in. Here, her. I don't know why I wanted her in here, but she's just out of I don't remember. It's some old photograph book. It's a book of old photographs. I can't remember what, but she was in there. So I just stressed her and just glued her in. I'll blend her into the background, but I just wanted her in there. The flower, glued that flower in. So yeah, thanks everybody for being here and going through all my um, mixed media, collage, altered book. So if you're watching, oh, and here's some wings. I have this just held in there. I think those wings, see all this wiring and stuff? I think these wings need to go here. And then I put these butterflies here. So I think those wings need to go there. So I just have a post-it note like holding it in there. Glue those flowers in. So if you're watching this video, the one preceding this one should have all my my mixed media collage journals. So that one's from Eileen. That one, and you see it's getting a little bulky. I'm trying to go front to back, back to front, so you can see the ones where I haven't done anything pretty much because there's nothing on the edge. And then you can also take some gold paint on a baby wipe, dip your baby wipe into gold paint, get it all mashed into the baby wipe, and go along the edges. And you can gold edge your books. All right, guys, thank you. I was going to let the cats in, but it's already 1, so I'm going to go. And so y'all head over to Janet's, and I'll try to make it over there as soon as I get that meatloaf in the oven. So thanks, everybody. Y'all have a great day. Bye.